Welcome back to Consider This. I'm Sharaad Kuttan, with me, Ibrahim Sani. Today marks the first day of the UPSR exams. It goes on to tomorrow and then continues the 10th, 11th and 12th. These, of course, will be dates, carved into the hearts of many parents across the nation. Some 445,000 students are registered for UPSR. You're a parent, Ibrahim.
Yes,
the
survivor
anxiety,
of UPSR as well.
A survivor of UPSR. Parents generally today taking on the burdens that their children used to hold singularly when we were going to school.
Let's enter this debate every year for the upteenth time because every single year,
without fail,
and without exception, we enter this debate on whether or not UPSR is necessary and whether or not we are in dire need to revamp our education system and whether or not we need to change the education system from being exam-based to being skills-based or cooperation-based and all that. My question is, just like Brexit, is there an end to this?
Well, I'd hope there is some sort of consensus that we need an education system that tests kids in all kinds of, in a variety of ways.
Yes, it's called UPSR,
right?
It's to test the kid through a test. That's how things are done. You can't test a kid through not a test. That's,
you can actually assess a child's abilities without putting them to a particular kind of test. And a test that encourages, as the critics would say, rote learning on the part of the child and exam preparation on the part of the teacher. So teachers are not focused on the learning of things. They're just focused on making sure the kids pass well, right? So we know all the downsides of UPSR, but as survivors of exam-based systems, we know that children are not irrevocably harmed by doing an exam, and they go on to lead rather normal lives, like you and I.
Or depressing lives, like becoming a TV presenter. So, but I got to agree with you on this one. As a parent, it involves, we are highly invested in our children's education. In my case, both my parents and I, my wife and I continue to be part in the education process of our children. But at the same time, I don't know about the non-test tests, because I believe that sometimes children needs to be measured in their aptitude test in core subjects, in languages, in maths and science. And if a child is deemed to be not meeting the mark, then perhaps the child should move on to other options made available to them, including that of vocational training. These are the options that can only be met if a test, which is a real test,
You're executed. The school of tough love, tough love. But it must be said that our education system could do with a bit of tweaking and a sort of allowance for kids to play and not develop the kind of anxieties they seem to have developed. And so all throughout the day, we've seen images of children looking anxious or crying or being hugged by parents. Very, very heartwarming. I must say, I love the fact that I see so many parents hug their children.
What's wrong with kids crying? My kid cries all the time.
Okay, well, we'll leave it at that. We'll be back tomorrow for Consider This and the stories that will for sure be out there for you to think about. So I'm Sharaad Kuttan, with me, Ibrahim Sani. See you tomorrow.